Village of Tuckahoe Zoning Board. Chairman Ringwald is not here, so I will be chairing the meeting. Let's start by standing and saying the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. And Nancy, would you please call the roll?
Member Gallo.
Present.
Member Palladino.
Present.
Member Jackson.
Present.
Chairman Scalzo.
Present. And the first item is to approve the minutes of our last meeting, May 11th, 2016. I assume that the members have read it. I'll make a motion to approve the minutes as written. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And I will abstain since I was not at that meeting. We have a very light agenda today. We have several items that were adjourned, but we have two items that we'll be discussing today. And so the first item is 57 Rogers Street. So I'd like to bring the applicant to the podium and ask if anything has changed with this application.
Nothing has changed since last meeting.
Great, great. Thank you very much. And so this is for an area variance to construct a new one-family home on Rogers Street right behind the Westies storage facility. So I'm going to make a motion to open the public hearing or to continue the public hearing. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. The public hearing is now open. Do I have anyone who wishes to comment on the application for 57 Rogers Street? It appears that no one is here, so I'm going to make a motion to close the public hearing. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, so let's, I think we have a motion that we are ready to.
A resolution in form of a motion.
Chairman, I have a motion in form of a resolution for 57 Rogers.
Thanks, Member Palladino. If you could read that, that'd be great.
All right, area variance resolution. This application for an area variance requested by Marcan Land Development, whose address is 57 Rogers Street, Tuckahoe, New York, Section 34, Block 4, Lot 23/24, for relief from the following section of the zoning code, 4-3.3, lot area. Secret resolution. Based on this application as submitted, this zoning board of appeals finds and determines that, 1, the action taken herein is an unlisted action subject to the requirements of SECRA and its implementing regulations. 2, this zoning board of appeals is in possession of all information reasonably necessary to make the determination as to the environmental significance of the proposed area variance application. 3, that the action taken herein shall not have a significant adverse impact on the environment, and it is declared that a negative declaration is hereby adopted with regard to this action.
Great, and I'll make a second to the motion. Nancy, would you call the roll, please?
Member Gallo.
In favor.
Member Palladino.
In favor.
Member Jackson.
Not in favor.
And Chairman Scalzo.
In favor. And continuing?
Applicant is seeking to construct a single-family home at 57 Rogers Street. The applicant is seeking one variance for lot area. The lot area that is required pursuant to section 4-3.3 is 5,000 square feet. The applicant is proposing 4,886.3, falling short by only 113.7 feet. Therefore, recommendation is for an area variance to be granted, as the benefit to the applicant for the area variance outweighs the detriment to the health, safety, and the welfare of the neighborhood. The applicant has demonstrated through its submission and presentation that it has met all aspects of the five-pronged test to the satisfaction of this board. A recommendation to approve the requested variance with the conditions that if the applicant is utilizing an easement with the property located at 59 Rogers for stormwater, then the applicant must, prior to building permits being issued, provide the village attorney with a copy of said easement and obtain the village attorney's approval of the said easement. N, the granting of the variance herein is granted on the condition that the work under such variance be commenced and diligently prosecuted within 1 year of the granting thereof, failing which such variance shall become null and void.
Great, and I will second that. And before we call the roll, I was wondering, do we have any comments from the board in addressing this applicant?
I would address my one negative vote, which is that I feel that the property size combined with the geographic nature of the lot, as well as inconvenience to the neighbors and the general negative impact on the surrounding properties, was the reasoning behind my vote. This is a very large piece of rock, and they're going to have a lot of difficulty building on this. So I have heard very little detail exactly how they're going to go about removing that much rock surrounded by other homes. And so for me, that's a negative. Thank you.
Chairman, I would like to say that, yes, it is a complicated decision. However, we do have some precedent in the past which, should we deny, in my opinion, we would jeopardize the village. And I have met with the building department, the legal department, numerous times on this to make this decision, so I would be in favor of this.
Call the vote.
Member Gallo.
In favor.
Member Palladino.
In favor.
Member Jackman.
Not in favor.
Chairman Scalzo.
In favor. Congratulations, it's been passed.
You gotta sign it.
And I will sign this.
Remember, you got 1 year.
There you go, Nancy. Thank you. And so that brings us to the next item on our agenda, which is 20 Fairview Avenue. So I'd like to call the applicants to the podium. If you could state your name and discuss your project, that'd be great.
Hi, I'm Steve Padal, 20 Fairview. We live right up the hill here. We are just looking, we are been living in Tuckahoe for 8 years and looking to make a renovation to our current home to improve it a little bit to make it our lifelong home. So what we are looking to do is renovate in the front of the house. We're just replacing the existing structure, basically improving the porch roof, replacing the railings, and just beautifying the front, almost exactly the way it is, pretty much. In the rear of the home, we are looking to extend a 5x8 section of the footprint out a little bit to square off our kitchen to allow for better usage of the space, as well as moving the other side of the house in about 18 inches or so. We were originally trying to square off the entire house, but due to logisticals of fitting everything into our kitchen space, we weren't able to square it off completely. But that is what we're looking to do. So basically, that 5x8 section in the back, extending the kitchen out to square it off.
You're also adding a
Yeah,
floor
we will also be adding an additional floor above that kitchen area. So it'll be slab on grade for the kitchen, and then an additional bedroom and bathroom and things above the kitchen area.
That's great. So on the so just discussing the side yard variance that you're looking for, it says, in our zoning code, it says that there needs to be 15 feet, but after your renovation, it's only going to be 5.2 feet. But I think the important thing to look at is that the existing building actually is at that 5.2 feet.
Correct.
And you're just
Yes.
extending where the existing building line is already.
Yes, the north side of the house is already follows that path, and then we're basically extending these where the house is currently. We're extending that back 5 feet. So basically, it's the 5x4 area that's in conflict with the variance, with the grandfathered space required by.
And that's the only variance they need, right, Bill? Is that the only variance?
They need a front yard variance as well.
Front yard, so I think there might have been some confusion on that, because we're not enclosing the porch. It's basically just replacing the existing
Right.
porch. So nothing's
Right, I didn't
changing
think
in
they
the front of
needed-
the house, and it does match up with the line of the homes along the.
I think the reason you need a variance like on the front porch is simply because you're working on the front porch and it is non-conforming, am I correct?
Correct.
But also, Mr. Chairman, that side yard requirement is only 9 feet, not 15. Would be 15 feet if it's a newly created lot. An existing lot is only 9 feet.
Oh, yes, okay, I do see that. I was skipping down as I was reading, so you're right.
And again, the building, I think, is non-conforming, is just adding to the non-conformity, correct? If I'm not mistaken.
Correct. The existing building on that side, I believe, is 5.2 feet already.
And that's what square, when he says square off, that's what that means.
Well, he's going to continue the little corner of the building that's not there, so it now will be squared off.
So that the extension that he's putting on does not increase the side yard that's already existing.
Correct. The side yard will remain the same.
So really, while he does need a variance, he's really not encroaching in an additional space above what was already there.
Just increasing the degree of nonconformity.
Okay, I understand.
Any other questions?
No, I think this is fairly cut and dry, and I think it's a fairly clear project.
Great, thank you very much.
Thank you.
I'd now like to make a motion to open the public hearing on this application, 20 Fairview. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor? The public hearing is now open. Do we have any members of the public here to comment on this application? If you could please come to the podium, state your name and your address, and address it to us, that'd be great. Thank you.
My name is Bing Lai. I live in 5 Harrison Street. I'm just my backyard connect to their backyard, basically. My English is not as good, but I'm just trying to understand. The house is going to extend to the backyard, right? No, okay. Okay.
Sure, if
All
you
right.
could maybe perhaps come to the podium and answer, that would be great.
You want to give them one of the plans?
Back any further, it will go up a second story on top of it.
Oh, that's currently. Okay, yeah, understood. Okay.
Yeah.
That's all my concern. I'm just saying, like, if the house is
Yeah.
going to go to the backyard.
It's already up.
Yeah, I know. Okay, that's all my question. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. And Bill, obviously, the notifications were properly issued to all the neighbors.
Yes.
Thank you.
Do we want to hold the public hearing over till the next meeting?
Yep.
Yeah, do we have any other members? No? Okay, so at this point, we're going to hold over the public hearing to the next meeting to make sure there's no additional issues. So the first thing we're going to do is make a motion to hold over the public meeting. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, great. Thank you very much. All right, with that, I think we may be,
What's the next month, right?
there is no additional items on the agenda for the zoning board, and so we'll see each other.
The applicant will see you. We're waiting to hear if there's any possibility of a neighbor that may object. So what the chairman is doing is holding over the public hearing, just in case there's, to be absolutely sure, before there's any decision made.
Do they have to come back to the work session next month, or just show up for the meeting?
That would be up to them.
Okay.
If there was, I guess, negative comments written and they received them, they may want to come back to explain, but if they don't hear anything, then
Okay.
probably not necessary, but I leave it up to them. It sounds like it's pretty cut and dry.
But I do clarify, they don't have to come to the work session, but they do have to come to the meeting.
They should be here at the meeting. Okay.
We all good? Okay, so with that, thank you very much, Village of Tuckahoe. We'll see you next month.
Wait, no. We have to do the, we have to close, we have to make a motion to close the meeting.
Motion to adjourn it.
Yeah, motion to adjourn.
Oh, there we go.
Sorry, confused you.
I'd like to make a motion to adjourn the meeting. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, now we go.
Good night,
Thank you.
Tuckahoe.
It's a record.